Next, we will hear from Milena, who is an organizational studies major and anthropology minor. Milena's many roles on campus include serving on the Identity Board as chair, tour guide manager for the Office of Admission, new student orientation adventure coordinator, and a member of the COVID task force. Please join me in welcoming Milena to the stage.
Can you hear me? Awesome. Good morning, and congratulations to the class of 2022, and 2021, and 2020, and 2019. Okay, I think that's everyone. And welcome to all of the families, friends, and Pitzer community members that have joined us here today. I would like to start by acknowledging the stolen land that we are currently sitting on, the land of the Tongva people. As we have walked on this land and created a home in this space, we think of all of the care and love you, the Tongva, cultivate. It is crucial to recognize that the injustice that marginalized people have experienced throughout history is far from over, which is absolutely unacceptable. Right now, Pitzer campus workers are fighting for their rights to unionize and are being met with insufficient actions from our administration. All workers deserve the right to have just working conditions and feel a sense of security to openly express their needs to all people in higher positions of power within their respective organizations. On every tour I've given in the Office of Admission, I share that our core values are central to our community culture and are not simply buzzwords. It is my sincere hope that the Pitzer College administration acts to ensure we are not only meeting our own standards, but surpassing them, and that starts with enforcing strict neutrality. Having taken the needed pause to address the blatant discrimination in our community, I would like to now turn to addressing our class. This moment that we are all sharing right now is a pause in all of our lives to acknowledge the amazing achievements of this class. We have persevered through the COVID-19 pandemic with grace. Coming into this school year, we were the only class to have spent a full year on campus. So we quickly took on the roles of mentors, friends, and supporters to the incoming classes. We celebrated each other's successes from a safe distance of 6 feet apart. We discovered the true benefit of the split screen, Zoom on one side, Netflix on the other. And a select few of us took on the charge of breaking the silence in our Zoom class discussions, while the rest practiced the art of the fake smile and nod. Even though these past 4 years have not been what any of us expected, we're ready to head out into the world as lifelong learners. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty scared to become an adult. So I've spent a lot of time reflecting on what mindset to have as we transition into new territories. And for some reason, my thoughts kept bringing me back in time to my childhood. When you were a kid, remember the feeling of intense happiness when you got to the playground? Perhaps it was a playground filled with curly tube slides or seesaws or sandboxes covered with toys. Maybe your tire swings or even balance beams that turned all sidewalk curbs into imaginary tightropes. Or, if it was a rainy day, a fort in your living room made of a collection of pillows and blankets from your home. Each time you went to play, you got to keep exploring both the physical space and all of the emotions that popped up during your adventure. Sometimes you had to practice patience as you waited in line to take a turn on your favorite slide, and you spent days engaging in determination and drive as you kept trying to get across the monkey bars without falling halfway through. The feelings that come with growing up keep coming back, teaching us to understand ourselves better through their cyclical nature. Flash forward to spring 2021, when we did Zoom school. I lived alone and spent that time getting to know myself and learning how to be on my own. Everything was going great until I walked up to my College Park apartment to move in and was warmly welcomed by a large peacock right in front of my door. Now, this might sound exciting to you. I mean, hey, we were all lonely during the pandemic, so any interaction with someone or something was a thrill. But I struggle with a serious bird phobia, so I was less than pleased. I soon discovered that the visit from this peacock was not a welcome to the neighborhood type of occasion, but it was actually a reoccurring event as it lived in my building, my neighbors fed it daily, and its favorite relaxing location was conveniently right outside my door. Being in this predicament, I was extremely tempted to turn right back around and move home. However, I wanted to conquer my fear, so I learned to live beside this less than ideal friend. We all have our own fears, big and small. And not to gaslight anyone, but I highly doubt that any of you are as scared of peacocks as I am. I mean, really, I'm terrified of any bird and will immediately burst into tears and a severe bout of anxiety if one comes too close. This was one of the many times where I truly felt like I could not do something. Much like not being able to speak up at the playground when the two other kids on the tire swing wanted to spin in the fastest circles possible to get the ultimate thrill. But in all of these moments, I pulled myself together and conquered the fear by not erasing it, but rather learning to live beside it. Our lives are full of twists and turns that none of us could ever have predicted. Yet, I truly believe we will be okay, because we are in tune with our feelings and emotions, and that is our superpower. Despite heading into uncharted territory, I want to assure you that you know what you're doing, even if you don't realize it. You are ready for tomorrow, and you're even ready for the moment of panic when you realize you're out of your low-sugar, non-fat, organic, vegan, humanely harvested, environmentally conscious, compostable, intersectional macadamia nut milk from your local farmer's market. There will also be warm feelings, too, like when you are walking home from your corporate job that you secretly love and see the beautiful sunset that reminds you of your walks to McConnell for dinner with your friends. I hope, as all of us embark on our post-college journeys, we take the time to reflect on our childhood and take note of all the feelings that continue to resurface. Our lives are just one big playground, filled with an indescribable amount of joy, mixed with continuing lessons of cooperation, reasoning, and care. Thank you.
Thank you, Milena.